remember your first victory? How about your first defeat? Well, today, to quote W.I.E. Gates, victory has 100 memories, but defeat has amnesia. Well, today, I'd like to say I disagree and agree with that quote. I'd like to discuss just the recent Super Bowl, how the Steelers lost to the Packers, but also a personal experience to me about my first victory. My first victory today, I would have to say, would be winning the 300 hurdles when I was in high school. I decided that I was going to run track and field, and I was like, okay, well, I don't want to run around the track looking at everybody staring at me running around in a big circle. That's why I did cross country. But I decided, okay, I'm going to try the hurdles. Why not? So I decided that I was going to step up into those hurdles, and guess what? Ended up liking it. Yeah, you fall, yeah, you get back up, but I remember that first time when I won that 300. I was so proud, was so enthusiastic, just everybody watching you and cheering from you, and they're all watching you, and everybody watches the hurdles because you either fall, and everybody laughs at you for that, or you are just out there giving it your all. And everybody in track and cross country knows that running the 300 hurdle race is the worst race that you will ever run in your life. You're dead tired afterwards, plus you have objects. That last 100 meters is a killer. Next, I'd like to talk to you about the Steelers and Packers game. Well, you all know that I'm a big Steelers fan, but I have to say that I disagree with the quote about the amnesia part, because are you guys going to remember who lost to the Packers? Yeah. You think I'm going to remember? Yeah. Especially being a big Steelers fan and all, I have to say that, yeah, that one was a tough one to get, you know, especially seeing when your guys don't perform and they're your quarterbacks, and God knows what they did, but I can't tell you how. Didn't want to talk to anybody after that. Or can you remember when the Ducks played last night? Do you remember the score? Does anybody?
4-3.
It's 4-3. But how many of you honestly knew that? There's like 2 of you, right? So that is why I have to agree with it, that you're not going to just remember every single game, if it was a win, if it was a victory, if it was a defeat, if you lost really, really bad. You don't remember. You're only going to remember the ones that truly mean something to you. Like that 300 hurdles to me, that was my one moment of just, wow, I did something that everybody else was too chicken to do, but I did it, and I felt good, and I continued to do it, and it's something that I came, and I loved it, but then it's like, I look at, oh yeah, my Steelers, well, too bad for about that one, huh? Well, and I'd like to sum everything up, that's why I decided that victory, you're always going to remember your victory, but the defeat has amnesia.
Got a football one after all.
I know, I was so excited.
All right, I like the rhetorical question at the beginning. You had a nice transition to the topic. I thought your thesis was a little wishy-washy. You're kind of saying, well, I agree and I disagree. Take a position, come on. It was interesting. You had a pretty good preview, but then you talked about it in the exact reverse order of the preview. So the supporting structure seemed a little bit backwards from the way you'd set it up. On the other hand, as you talked about each of those points, they were nicely developed, and you had lots of things to say, and you provided us with good detail on the experiences that makes it a lot more interesting, and I appreciated that. On the presentation issues, the sunglasses hat was a little distracting. I thought your facial expressions looked very animated while you were speaking to us, and you looked like you were involved in what you were talking about. There were some good indicators and gestures that you used. Occasionally your pacing sounds a little bit off when you're speaking. Everything flows smoothly, but occasionally it's a little hesitant as you're going along, and it doesn't sound quite as natural. You do come across pretty relaxed, and I thought you had a nice exit line reminding us about what the topic was. So that worked out pretty well. Thank you.